Hello, I'm Linda Young, and I want to welcome you to the Pennsylvania Watercolor Society's 43rd Annual Juried Exhibition. It is again a beautiful representation of the conceptual variety and talent the Pennsylvania Watercolor Society has within its membership and non-members who entered this year's exhibit. Thank you to Ann Avgott, who selected the initial paintings to be judged. For us, every intention up to this date was made to have another live awards presentation. But unfortunately, the end planning stages presented an unforeseen obstacle that we couldn't make it happen this year. We, as well as Stuart White, the awards judge, were disappointed that this presentation couldn't be in live interaction for you. However, alternative plans were made with Stuart White to allow us to record his comments about the top paintings. Mr. White was really looking forward to a live presentation because he enjoys interacting with the artists. We came up with a presentation of the top 27 artists who won a prize this year in a pre-recorded session, which was organized, directed, and edited by Pam Wenger. Thank you, Pam, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to create this. My personal thanks go out to my Vice President and Juried Show Chairperson, Janine Swartz. Janine spent many hours out of her normal workday in the planning and tracking of the show. It was our second year using Call for Entry, also known as Cafe, and to Nick Moeller, our webmaster, for putting the Juried Show in an online album format again. A special thank you goes to the many corporate sponsors and the Friends of PWS for their award contributions this year. The awards committee of Helen Canfield and Gay Dunn worked many hours to gather and keep track of cash donations and merchandise. Gay and Helen wanted to beat last year's prizes this year, and I'm proud to say they did just that. Congratulations to both of you in getting the job done, especially in this difficult economy. Thank you to everyone who entered this year. Congratulations to those whose art was accepted, and to you who also won an award. In my mind, you are all winners in one way or another. To the over 545 members of PWS, I sincerely thank you for your loyalty and support. It's our artistic journey through life and the memories that will live on for years to come. God bless you. And now we'll hear from Janine.
Welcome. My name is Janine Swartz. I'm the Vice President and International Juried Show Chairperson. I'd like to congratulate everyone selected for the Pennsylvania Watercolor Society 43rd Annual International Juried Show. You can enjoy this breathtaking exhibit in our virtual gallery located on our website, pawcs.com. This year, we received 540 images from 303 artists residing in 41 states and 9 countries. We appreciate the time and careful consideration of our jurors. Juror of selection Ann Avgott selected 102 works for the exhibit. In her words, "This is one of the most impressive shows I have seen in a very long time." Juror of awards Stuart White had an equally difficult task in choosing 27 winners. Thank you to everyone who had a hand in making the exhibit possible, with special thanks to PWS President Linda R. Young, Membership Chair Annie Matzik, Awards Committee Co-Chairs Helen Canfield and Gay Dunn, Webmaster Nick Moeller, and the entire PWS board. A special thanks to Member Show Chair Pam Wenger for recording and producing the award ceremony. And finally, thank you to those who donated to the awards and to the catalog printing. Your support is needed to help PWS present this top quality show. Cheers to another successful international juried exhibit, and we look forward to seeing your entries next year.
And now a word from Ann Avgott, who was our juror of selection. Anne says it was an honor to be the selections judge for the 2022 Pennsylvania Watercolor Society. As an artist and educator, it was both a daunting and rewarding experience to review the 540 submitted paintings. I want to thank the PWS officers and committee members for their trust and willingness to allow me to judge this year's show. I look for initial impact, compositional design, creativity, and lastly, sensitivity to the medium of watercolor. Craftsmanship and control of the medium were not the determining factor. Lastly, I looked for balance in a balanced show, using the following as my guidelines: floral and still life, landscape, portrait and figure, abstract, and finally, other. This I describe as thinking outside the box. It was a wonderful group of paintings submitted by very, very high quality. Sincerely, Anne Abgott. And now a word from our juror of awards, Stuart White.
Okay, I'll just right off the bat, I'll just have to say that judging art or criticizing art is it's a very, very slippery slope. When you come in to start talking about what's better or worse, or what's of more value or what's of less value in a work of art. It's one of those things that's talking about, art's a language. And if people express themselves in different ways. And in judging this show, I just thought in terms of what work of art was expressed in a very clear and simple way, whether I liked it particularly or whether it was my cup of tea. I put that aside. I wanted to just look at how the communication, the language was done. And the main thing in watercolor of all things is the key subject of every painting is the light. Are you painting the light? And that's what watercolor is best known for. I've seen watercolor being used as illustrations for this when there's a lot of content and this and that, but the watercolors that I enjoy the most usually have some hook in there that is about drawing me into the nature of light. Because at watercolor painters, we don't paint the light. We use the paper as the light that we want to keep, and we paint all around the light in order to express it. And so I want you to keep that in mind when I talk about the selections that I've chosen here, about what I found important, what I found meaningful, and what I found of great excellence in the work.
Number 27, Dick Blick Art Materials Award goes to Rosemarie Stripoli for Transition, 28 inches by 21 inches, and the price is $10,000. Number 26, Susanna Anastasia Friend of PWS Award goes to Susan M. Miller, Changes Coming, 16 inches by 16 inches, $725. Number 25, Laura Calburn, Friend of PWS Award goes to Karen Mahi, Giant Saw at Sunset, 11 inches by 16 inches, and the price is $2,600. Number 24, Friend of PWS Award goes to Tan Sus Cheng, Life Number 2, 22 inches by 29.5 inches, and the price is $5,000. Number 23, DEETTA Silvestro, Friend of PWS Award goes to Jean Gill for Yoloka Nuts, 22 inches by 30 inches, and this piece is not for sale. Number 22, Ginny Crawford, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Merv Richardson for The Path, 15 inches by 20 inches, not for sale. Number 21, Cheap Joe's Art Stuff Award goes to Christine Alfery for Gypsy, 34 inches by 30 inches, and the price is $2,200. Number 20, Helen Canfield, Friend of PWS Award in memory of James MEIHAUS goes to Sai Xian Wu for Paris, 16.5 inches by 12 inches, and the piece is not for sale. Number 19, Joseph A. Gerber, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Stacy Lund Levy. Semi-aquatic, 29 inches by 18 inches, and the price is $2,200. Number 18, Elizabeth Burin, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Sandra Webster for Norm 1. 20 inches by 16 inches, $1,200. Number 17, Linda BUECHTING, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Radhika Srinivas for Manhattan Bridge, 15 inches by 11 inches, and the price is $1,000. Number 16, Jean Spicer, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Linda BUECHTING for Sunday Sushi, 20 inches by 22 inches, and the price is $600. Number 15, Free Spirit Watercolor Award goes to Alan Butt for Paris Après le Déjeuner, after lunch, 30 inches by 22 inches, and the price is $3,000. Number 14, Dixon Ticonderoga Award goes to Tony Elkins for the Golden Goose, 10 inches by 13 inches, and the price is $500. Number 13, Linda Young, Friend of PWS Award, Linda Slattery Sherman, Dock of the Bay with a nod to Otis Redding, 22 inches by 15 inches, $750. Number 12, R. Mike Nichols, Friend of PWS Award, goes to Irina Roman, Layers, 22.5 inches by 21.25 inches, and the price is $7,800. Number 11, Philadelphia Watercolor Society Award goes to Alyssa Shea, 14 inches by 21 inches. The piece is not for sale. Number 10, Baltimore Watercolor Society Award goes to Chris Krapinski for Fishing in the Moonlight, 30 inches by 22 inches, and the price is $5,000. Number 9 is the Mary Jane Saussure Award, goes to Jacqueline Knott, Still Life with Cherries and Vintage Brocade, 26 inches by 16.5 inches. The piece is not for sale. Number 8, Mildred KRATZ Award goes to Kristen Herzog, Jazz number 1, 30 inches by 22 inches, and the price is $1,200. Number 7, PWS Board Award goes to Richard Russell for Wildwood Nighthawks, 12.5 inches by 19 inches, and the price is $2,000. Number 6, Paxton Art Association Award in memory of Nicholas Fair goes to Ron Thurston, Top of the World, 19 inches by 25 inches, and the price is $2,500. Number 5, PWS President's Award goes to John Beerley for Relentless, 17.5 inches by 34.5 inches, and the price is $7,000.
So let's start with number 5, runner-up, John Beerley. So I hope I got to pronounce that right. John Beerley. This is a work of sort of when lava meets the sea. It's done in a very realistic manner. It is that sort of alchemy of what happens when fire and water mix, it creates steam. I think technically it's well done, but I thought it was the light of the lava hitting those little bits and pieces. I have to say that the chroma of the watercolor really is played up in a really nice way in this piece. And I remember a while back, I was just transfixed to a live feed of a volcano in the Canary Islands. It was just constantly pouring into the sea, and it's just a mesmerizing effect. But I thought this painting handled that in a not a cartoonish way, or in a actually photographic way. I thought it was a good handling of paint, and had a wonderful balance in the composition, and it told a story to me again about the meeting of elements.
Number 4, 4th place award goes to Richard Haynes for After the Rain, 36 inches by 29 inches, not for sale.
The 4th painting that I've selected is Richard Haynes, and this painting is entitled After the Rain. And the rain is not the main star in this thing. Again, it's the light on these flower petals. It's just some sort of lily. I'm not really up on my botanical knowledge here, but again, I sort of just drawn into this very brilliant light on these flower petals. And again, it's not my thing, but I have to say, hats off to the artist for rendering these flowers in such a lyrical and dynamic way. There's a beautiful geometry behind the painting, behind the flowers themselves. A very straightforward grid of window panes, and the flower vase itself, so just a static vertical element in the center. But my attention is drawn to these flower petals that are absorbing all this light. I don't know, sunlight, artificial light, doesn't matter. It's light nonetheless.
Number 3, 3rd place award goes to Cheryl Schlenker, A Still Life, 28 inches by 22 inches. The piece is not for sale.
Number 3 is really love this page, Cheryl Schlenker. I think I hope I pronounced that right too. This is called A Still Life, but I think I love the title, but this painting is anything but a still life. It's a very active arrangement of flowers once again, but this time I think the watercolor medium is celebrated in this exuberant way, with tons of color and splashes and lost and found edges. There's a wonderful sense of color harmony. The greens are balanced in, they go in and out. There's a sort of cubist looseness to the whole thing. It's there's a red petal on the base that makes this composition a lot more I guess the word would be sort of stitched together, because a lot of times you see a vase and a big display of fireworks on top of it, and you call it a bouquet. This one has got things going on from corner to corner. And I absolutely love the sort of drippiness of this paint and the looseness of it.
Number 2, second place award goes to Yan Liang, Sunshine in the Cold Forest, 31 inches by 21 inches, not for sale.
And so moving on to the second place painting is by Yan Liang, Sunshine in the Cold Forest. Well, certainly this one is a shift in mood from the previous painting, but I'm drawn to this painting because I think it's the watercolor's ability to express certain poetics about our response to nature. And I think it's done in a very straightforward way, but absolutely flawless technical ability here. I do wish I could see the original here rather than the digital one, because I think there's probably a lot of wonderful movements of light and dark and cool and warm in this one piece. But I kept going back to this one and just thought it was a terrific little poem in Sunshine in a Cold Forest, which I love that title.
First place award, Howard Everly for denim, 42 inches by 34 inches, and the price is $3,800.
And for the first place award, it goes to Howard E. Burrell. And that is a simple title, a simple, straightforward painting. It's called Denim. And I think this is one of those things, again, where I have to admire the technical ability to paint texture. But beyond that, there is a lot more going on in this painting. There is, again, the light, subject number 1, that's the star of the show, and that's reflected in the beautiful straw-colored hat that's sitting there. There's the jacket itself, the fence posts, and the texture beyond. There's a lot of story in here you could put into it. There's a sort of implied narrative about it. I have to say I don't paint like this. I don't aspire to paint like this. I know it has a sort of Wyeth influence there, but beyond Wyeth, it has a sort of juicy color in that blue denim. And I think how this denim was captured was as one of those magical illusions of watercolor that can happen, that you can simulate something you can actually almost feel the texture of it. And I think it's just a very, very strong painting. I could not give it high marks. So those are my choices. I could, any one of these, I could look at these paintings for a long time and just keep finding things to admire about them. I have to say, in the entire show, there are plenty of paintings that would have been in this list just as easily. It's really a remarkable collection of submittals. I really enjoyed going through everybody's paintings that they put in there. But at the end of the day, I had to select something, and I had to come up with some sort of criteria for why I select them. And so I'm very honored to have the privilege to judge this show. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again to all of our 102 exhibitors, as well as our 27 award winners. We'd also like to thank our merchandise and gift sponsors and our friends of PWS. If you'd like to make a purchase of any of the paintings in the exhibit, please visit our website, pawcs.com.